Hi. No bike again this week. I was still under the weather. So I decided to do another one where I'm just sitting here chatting. Not very healthy. Anyway, we've been talking in class, in my B2 and my C1 classes, about the world of work and about the uncertainty that well, not me so much, but my students, you, are facing due to the impact of AI, artificial intelligence. We discussed it. I've shared some things on the groups about that I found. So today I kind of like to tie it all together, look at some vocabulary, some grammar, some set phrases, and then give a possible exam type answer. Okay, so now let's get some information to give ourselves an informed answer that we're going to do later. Now, this is an article that I found on the BBC website. And it's about a bank in Singapore, and it's going to cut 4,000 jobs. They say that they're going to do it through natural attrition or natural wastage, which means that they won't fire or dismiss or make anybody redundant. What they'll do is that as temporary workers finish their jobs and contract workers finish their jobs, they won't be replaced. But still, 4,000 jobs is a lot. And these are all going to be replaced by AI, by artificial intelligence. Okay, so that's something that we can use. Okay, so we'll move on to the next part. Well, now we've got the other side of the coin. Okay, so this is from the World Economic Forum. It's about the future of jobs, and it's for this year, 2025. It's about the skills we need and the jobs that there will be. Okay, so we'll scroll down a bit and just a quick look here. About 170 million new jobs will be created this decade, so in the next 10 years. The report indicates that global macro trends driving the shift in the labour market. And let's have a look at what we're expecting. Okay. So the view finds that driven by technological development, the green transition, so us trying to fight climate change, economic and demographic shifts, so people and money moving, the global labour market is being reshaped, so things are changing. The jobs created are equivalent to 14% of today's employment. Okay, 92 million roles will be displaced. Okay, so 92 million will go, but what did I say earlier? 117 million will come in. So let's have a look. So we've got total job growth, 117 million new jobs. 92 million will go. So let's go down. Right, here. Some of the jobs that are growing fast, sort of being driven by technological advancements and artificial intelligence. So big data specialists, fintech engineers, so that's financial and technical engineers, and AI and machine learning specialists. Okay. And then we move down a bit more, and we will see here the ones that are growing the most. Surprisingly, it's farm workers, laborers, and other agricultural workers. So still we need people, working with their hands. The second biggest one, light truck or delivery services drivers, so your food and your parcels and things. The third one is software and application developers. So it only is when we come to the third one that technology comes into play. 4, building framers, finishers, and related trade workers, some builders, construction workers. 5, shop salespeople. 6, food processing. 7, car, van, and motorcycle drivers. Again, these are all these physical jobs. Nursing professionals. because we're still going to be around. General operation managers, social workers, project managers, university and higher education teachers, secondary education teachers, and personal care aides. As you can see, humanity is still in here. We are not, according to this report, going to be replaced at all. There's a lot of talk about how teachers won't be needed because AI can do it all better. We talk in class a lot about when kids, or when you don't understand something from your school or from secondary school or whatever, possibly even from me, that you go and you get something like ChatGPT to explain it to you. Okay, so it's going to be, by the looks of this, it's going to be more of a tool rather than, something that's going to take over. And the jobs that are declining, cashiers and ticket clerks. See, as we see in supermarkets nowadays, that it's all self-service. Administrative assistants and executive secretaries. Building cleaners, cleaners and housekeepers. Material recording and stockkeeping clerks. Printing-related trade workers. Accounting, bookkeeping. Accountants and auditors. Transportation attendants and conductors. I'm guessing that's airline stewardesses and stewards and things. Security guards, bank tellers, data entry. As you can see, the jobs that are going to go are the ones, yes, that probably are already going now. But the future isn't all bad, is it? Looking at this report. Okay, so we've had a look at some facts, which I'll use when I'm going to do a sample answer, which is the next thing we're going to look at. Right. So now we've got our facts. We've got two conflicting-ish pieces of information. Let's see how this could play out in an exam-type situation. So maybe the examiner might say something like, there's a lot of uncertainty and conflicting reports about the future and the effect AI will have on the jobs that young people will have. I wonder, is it scaremongering or is it facts? Scaremongering. Okay, that's a word we look at later. And if I were to answer, or were I to answer that question, I would say could be a bit of both, really. I mean, there's so much uncertainty. It's hard to know which one to believe. So I think there's probably truth in both. While undoubtedly some of the jobs that exist now, we will lose them, as we saw. For example, data entry, accountancy, and things like that. But I don't believe it's all doom and gloom. I suppose it's the human side of it. I like to look at it as in the glass half full, and I think that, optimistically, the glass is half full. I think that more jobs will be created. We see that we're trying to help save the earth and reduce our effects on the environment. With the changes in climate change and what have you. I think that we'll see a rise in jobs like that. I think traditional jobs will decrease. So what can we do about that? That's the question, isn't it? It does beg the question: what will we do? So what can we teach our students, our young people? How can we prepare them for this uncertain future? And I would say, we would need to work on skills. We need people who are dynamic, who can think creatively and critically. I think communication is going to be something that's really important. And obviously, collaboration. We're going to need to be able to collaborate, not just with ourselves, but also think we need to be able to collaborate with these artificial intelligences. As it grows, and it's growing so quickly, that, I think we're struggling to keep up with the rapid changes that we're seeing. Okay, so now let's look at some of the vocabulary that we had. The first one was play out, how it might play out in an exam situation. I mean, how it would happen, how something would develop in the exam situation. Let's see how it plays out. Let's wait and see. Let's see what will happen. The next one was scaremongering. Scaremongering is when it's usually lies. And it's when people try to make other people afraid, usually around voting times, that the political parties scaremonger. They frighten people to vote for them, usually with lies or exaggerating the truth. The next one was a bit of both, really. So I'm given an option, and I'm not really one way or the other. Like I said, well, it's a bit of both. So like I said in there, when the question was a bit of scaremongering or is it based on facts? Well, it's a bit of both. Both things are true to a certain extent. Doom and gloom. That means that everything is bad, that there is no good things. It's not, or if you say it's not all doom and gloom, it means there's a certain amount of bad things, but there's also some good things. So it's not all doom and gloom. It's not all bad. The glass is half full. That was the next one I used. The glass is half full. That means I'm optimistic. I like to look at things optimistically. If I said the glass is half empty, it would mean that I look at things pessimistically. I see the bad in things. And the next one, and what have you? And what have you? That means etc. It's a more advanced way of saying etc. And what have you? There's good, there's bad, there's a bit of both, and what have you. To bank the question, that means that there's an obvious question. We're talking about something, or we've seen some facts, which then begs the question. There's an obvious question that we should answer. Okay. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did. Till the next one. Bye.